Well, as you can see here, very unfortunate situation. Father taken away from his family. Um, Dude's not even Hispanic. He's freaking uh, what's it called? I can't remember now. Dang it. Samoan, I think. He with one of them island um, ones. Obviously, he ain't even Mexican. I've seen a lot of different situations with people's point of views, and I'm dying. One of them, this girl was like, "Oh, I live in this small town, and these businesses would be." I'm like, "Wait a minute. So what you're saying is that all the people that are there with their businesses are illegal? How would that even be possible?" But I guess it would be. But either way, still, we're not talking about. They're not talking about all Mexicans. They're talking about people who are here illegally. Now, unfortunately, it seems to be targeted towards Hispanics, which I know there's more than just Hispanic ones, but Hispanics are the majority who are illegal as far as I can, facts. You can, hit me with something if you think I'm wrong, but, I always like more input because I'm looking at the bigger side of the picture here. And I still, I'm still hands down, this is just retarded. Uh, you got people who are protesting against something that is against the law. You're flying your your heritage, your Mexican flag, and nothing wrong being prideful. Love your country, but you're not in Mexico. That's like me going to Mexico and doing the same thing with the American flag. I'll probably get tore up by the cartels. So you know, and in this case, I don't know how this guy ended up being expired. I was trying to find out. If anybody knows, put it in the comments. If you know how this dude, got expired. But at this point, it really depends on the situation. I've seen videos of people getting ran over by cops and citizens. And how I feel about that is simple as this. Either way you look at it, it's still wrong. It's still wrong. But at the same time, you were warned. You were warned. You were told what was going to happen, and that's what happened. Now, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's all I can say. There have been many situations where people have been done wrong. And in this situation, you guys really weren't being done wrong until you protested. Just pointing that out. When you protested, that's when the problem started. Your own Hispanic compadres have also made videos about the same situation and was like, "What are you guys doing? Like, what are you doing?" Uh, Back in the '90s riots, a guy named Reginald King, or was I can't remember his name. I've got them the two names combined. It was about the Rodney King situation, but this other guy, he was a white guy, he was passing through in his truck, and they snatched him out of his truck, beat the brakes off of him. That was just unnecessary. There was no reason for anybody to be doing that. The guy wasn't even, doing nothing or saying nothing as far as I know. I don't know if he said something or maybe that's what got him. I don't know. I wasn't there. Just like for this protest situations, I'm not there. I really can't say. Now, what I can say is that when you break the law, you break the law. And I know there's a lot of people that, you got to do what you got to do and everything else. Hey, I've been there myself. I can't sit here and say that's not the case. But I'm not illegal. I was born here. I was raised here. So once again, seeing that I am a citizen of this country, I would have to follow the rules. And even then, still, those rules are broken by the people who make them every day. Every day. So that, like I said, I look at the big picture of this. Everybody is in their own situation and everybody has done wrong. That's why Martin Luther King said what he said when he, marched. He wanted to be peaceful, and they weren't even doing anything to anybody. And these people were getting the dog suck on them. They were getting freaking fire hydrants. They were getting heckled, called all kind of names, you name it. Some people were even expired on the situation. Let's keep this clear, folks. They did nothing wrong. All they were trying to fight for was the right to work, the right to live. That was it. You guys, on the other hand, the people that are protesting, because I know my common sense Hispanic compadres know what the real deal is, and you should be grateful just to be here. And the people who are protesting, I mean, they're not even illegal, because I mean, hell, the illegals get out there, they can just snatch your butt up real quick. People have been arrested. Not one has been illegal. So what does that tell you? Now you could say, oh, we're fighting for the rights of this and that, blah blah blah. Well, the rights of citizens, and you have the right to live. You have the right to be treated fairly. But in this case, you need to go take care of your business first. And if you're not doing that, which I mentioned in my last video, people just, didn't care. Everything was good when no one was doing nothing about it. Now people are starting to do stuff about it, and now everybody's up in arms. I have watched and seen pictures, videos of people being brutally taken out, brutally expired, hung by trees, all this different stuff. Crosses burning in their yards, their houses being set on fire. There's all these different things that have happened to these people who have fought for what you're doing right now to be able to protest. And to me, and I can think of probably a number of different people, is so disrespectful. It is so disrespectful. And it's unfortunate that this man's life was taken. I don't know how, but it's unfortunate that this man's life was taken over something that shouldn't even be protested. Just go get your stuff done. That's it. Stop making excuses. Oh, I got children here. Well, guess what? You chose to go in that direction. So since you chose to go in that direction, don't be surprised what happens. And now this is what the kind of situation we're in. And it's really, really, if you really want to be just 100% on it, this is the devil's work. It's the devil's work. Cause confusion, hatred, pain, all this different stuff. Satan's job is to steal, kill, and destroy. You can't get caught up in his tricks. This is what this is. It's not good. It's not helping the American people. It's just going to make things worse. It's going to implement different rules and regulations and so on and so forth, and slowly take our rights away. Because you guys want to sit here and protest something that's illegal. Okay.